Welcome everyone to my next self-defense analysis video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about giving you more cases of martial artists getting beaten up or killed in self-defense, and I'm going to be explaining to you just the importance of learning actual self-defense and why martial arts is not self-defense. I did a survey asking people if they've ever been beaten or jumped as a martial artist, or if they knew anybody, and I got a couple of responses. Here's what one person said. He said, "One of my first instructors collected newspaper clippings about black belts killed by criminals or in fights. He'd been doing it for 20 years. When I knew him, had a manila envelope full of them, had to be a couple hundred. He'd make us read them too. And he'd do what he called mental training, awareness, securing a house, all that." Scroll down here. This guy says, "Yeah, it depends on your point of view. That time when around 15 stupid teens started punching and kicking me for no reason. They only left when they got tired, leaving me with a broken nose. I managed not to get taken down on the ground and not allow them to completely surround me. I ended up not seriously injured, and I didn't have any kind of multiple attackers training back then, so that's a win for me." So in other words, he got beat up, he got jumped, did the best he could, but he still got jumped. Apart from myself, I've seen many cases of martial artists getting hurt, injured, or killed in different situations where they weren't able to successfully defend themselves. Let's see. This guy seems to he got in a fight, he lost. Somebody said some martial artists have been in situations where they had to use their skills to defend themselves and done well, though, like Kathy Long. She ruptured a man's testicles when he tried to make advances on her, and I think she had some encounters when she worked as a bouncer. Let's see. This guy says, "Yes, I have heard martial artists failing to defend themselves a lot, even getting killed sometimes." This guy admits, yeah, he's been defeated before. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. And you got to remember that this stuff, not everything, they're not going to show everything on the news. You have to pretty much be aware and have a realistic mindset. You can't just take a martial arts class or whatever and expect to be able to defend yourself, because that's not how it works. If you don't have the training, you don't have a realistic mindset, you don't question the art's effectiveness, you don't test anything, you're not going to survive, period. I mean, it doesn't matter how advanced you are. It doesn't matter what art you're taking, um, because every art has flaws. So you need pretty much a realistic approach. What's the worst thing that could happen to you if you get defeated in the ring? You probably get knocked out, um, tapped out, stuff like that. It's not going to be that serious, but what's the worst thing that could happen to you if you get killed? You end up in a an armed robbery, for example. The worst thing that could happen is you get killed for one mistake. That's all it takes is one mistake for your life to end. Um, and Yeah, pretty much. I think that people don't really think about those things, and they assume that they can take a sports martial art and assume it'll work for the street. They assume that because they know how to punch or kick, that they can defend themselves effectively and just ignore or hope that they will never come across a situation where there's weapons, armed attackers, multiple attackers, all that stuff. And that's not realistic. That's not self defense. You have to undergo the things that you don't want to go through, but you have to um, because that of the statistics, real life situations. You have to face the reality, um, and that's why most arts fail is because they engage in wishful thinking. They're not knowledgeable about the reality of violence. Um, you know, not really educated on it. So yeah, I mean, it's fine if you knock somebody out, if you knock a street attacker out. That's not really a problem. The problem is when you make a mistake, because that mistake can cost you your life and your health. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you. I hope you reflect on it. I hope you realize um, why martial arts is not self-defense. Um, you know, and test it out. I mean, um, like my channel, subscribe to my channel, check out my blog, and check out my realistic self-defense course. Actually, I'm gonna post a link below in the description, and subscribe to my blog, and I'll see you next week.